there's something wrong. And maybe you're busy and you're not noticing what's wrong, but there's something wrong with her. And the messy house and the, why, hello. Welcome back to my channel. It's Nikisha Bond. And I'm here going through Am I the A-hole Reddit threads. We're having so much fun. I'm being nosy and giving my unsolicited, uncalled for advice because people are asking for it. So I'm going to give it to you. If you're new, welcome. So glad to meet you. And if you're coming back, welcome back. It's so good to see you again. How are you? Are you well? How are the kids? How's the dog? Is everything good? Great. Let's get into this. Am I the a-hole for telling my wife to do her chores? I'm going to go ahead and say no, because if they're her chores, she should be doing them. But let's get into it, okay? This is a little bit of a longer one, so make sure that you get a snack and make sure that you get comfortable because we got to go into this. Let's go. I, 24-year-old male, have been married to my wife, Emily, 26-year-old female, for 4 years. Yes, I know we married fairly young. I work as a consultant type job, which requires me to have periods of roughly once a month where I work 70 hours a week. We don't have kids and my wife does not have a job. Okay, so she's at home, so let's just make sure we know that. Currently, I am one of those periods, because he's typing it on his lunch break. Me and my wife usually do a 70-40 split in terms of housework, but in weeks like this, the current week that he's in, I do none of it because 10-hour days, no weekends, and mostly standing and moving means that when I get home, I usually collapse on the couch and do some prep for tomorrow. Recently, my wife hasn't been doing even 50% of the chores, which is fine for a bit. We all have our ups and downs, and I've never had an issue with a messy house. I've been microwaving some frozen stuff, not eating out for dinner. Okay, so I guess he's dealing with it. My wife recently brought up to me that she's feeling overwhelmed with all the mess in the house, the mess that she's not cleaning up, okay, and asked me to help out. I'm not at the house for 12-ish hours, including the commute and lunch break, so I really don't care how the house looks. I told her if she wants the house to be clean, she should just do her chores. She went tight-lipped and told me that she'd let that go because I was under a lot of stress. I went to sleep soon after and got up at 6 and went to work at 7:30 before she woke up. I got a text a few hours ago and she's disappointed in how I reacted to her expressing her needs. I get that she's stressed. She's stressed for being at home, but you don't even have any... hold on, let me just read. Okay. But I'm doing my job. Is it unfair to me to expect her to do hers? No, you're not the a-hole. Like, what? Okay. But I guess people were reading him in the comments, and I don't read the comments because I want to give you guys my fresh opinion about this. So I didn't read any of the comments, but apparently people were definitely taking her sides and trying to get some more information to find out, were you really the a-hole? You know, one thing that I would do is like find out, why is she so stressed? Have we talked about it? He didn't mention it in here, so I'm not really sure, but maybe we'll find some more out in the edit. So let's continue on. Read! Answering a few questions. As a consultant, I get leased to different businesses from anywhere for a few days to a month. My schedule can vary from a month with only a few nonstop work days and the rest I'm off. I'm talking, I do not have time to come and go from my house. I have to get a hotel and stay as close as possible. Or a steady for a few weeks type of normal schedule to this. Number 2, pay. Numbers varies, but generally the money is not an issue. Yes, I do pay for everything. Number 3. 70-40 was a mistake. It's somewhere between 60-70 and 30-40. Number 4, no, I do not care about the mess and I only have one thing, which is do not leave wine glasses out. If you're going to invite friends over to the house when I'm not there, don't leave alcohol and drugs and vapes out. I hate intoxicated substances. My wife does drink, unlike me, so we have designated cover for the alcohol. Keep it in there. 5, no, I'm not a mother gothel. I don't know what that means. My wife is not locked up. My wife is not locked up in our house. She can go anywhere she wants. Number 6, currently I'm doing 10-hour minimum days, no weekends, 2 hours commute, 2 hours prep. My wife does not make the breakfast or pack a lunch. I leave before she wakes up. Number 7, I do not run around the house making messes in the random rooms. I think this was a joke. I stick to my study, which is messy, but she doesn't go in there anyway. The guest room and the kitchen. I don't want to disturb her with all my hours, so I go into the guest room for these kind of times. So no, you're not the a-hole, because it's very important when you're in a partnership that everybody do their job. And sometimes you're going to have more work and sometimes you're going to have less work, and it's important to communicate. Now, there could be a deeper issue, like it sounds like there's a lot of alcohol, maybe she's drinking, maybe she has an issue. Like, what is she doing at home all day though? I would be questioning that. But I don't think this is a good sign. But why is she home all day? Like, what is she doing though? That's what I'm saying. Like, she's not even, listen, I got 4 kids and a husband, right? And it doesn't take you all day to clean up a house. I'm just saying, okay? I don't mean to burst the bubble for you. Did you guys know that? It doesn't take all that. Now, if she had young kids, I would totally understand. Because when I had young kids, yeah, you definitely can't do a lot of stuff. The house is going to be messy. They mess it up but it's just her. And you're not even there. So whatever mess is happening is her mess. So if she's upset about a messy house, why doesn't she clean up after herself? I don't know. There's something wrong there. There's something wrong there. I think she needs some help because there's something wrong about that. And if she's saying, like, I was just trying to tell you how I feel, but she didn't tell you how she felt, she was telling you about cleaning up. Or maybe that's what all you heard because there's something wrong. And maybe you're busy and you're not noticing what's wrong, but there's something wrong with her. And the messy house and the being disconnected and asking you to help out, maybe that's her way of like screaming like I need help, I need help, but there seems like there's something wrong. So no, you're not the a-hole. I think there's something wrong with your wife. I think she needs some type of therapy. There's no reason that she can't clean up the house, especially if she's the one making the mess. Am I missing something here? I don't know. Like, she doesn't have kids. It didn't sound like you have a dog. What? How can you? I you're not the a-hole, and your wife needs some help. That's all I'm going to say about that. Make sure that you like, make sure that you subscribe, and make sure that you share this with a friend because, geez, it would be great after all that we went through together. I'll see you guys next time.